Hey guys, I'm Alaska Larry, and as you can tell, I'm not a movie star. Today I'm going to try and give you a little bit about a program that's called Stoves for Soldiers. Now, I've been a backpacking, hunting, fishing kind of guy all my life, and one of the things I've studied is survival equipment. And that led into a group of us discussing ultralight backpacking equipment. And then from there, we talked about soldiers being deployed overseas and what some of the things that can be done to make people a little bit more comfortable. So, one of the things we work with is ultralight backpacking equipment. And part of that is an ultralight stove that I have one in my hand right here. It's about the size of a Copenhagen can or a snuff can. It's actually weighs nothing, and it's made out of the bottom of a soda can, and it's extremely efficient. So what we're doing, a number of us across the country, are providing these to soldiers that are deployed. They're alcohol-based stoves. They run on denatured alcohol or like the product heat. The stove of choice we have is it's called the Mini Atomic, which probably doesn't mean anything to you, but it's made by a company called Mini Bull Design. So, in the next few minutes here, I'll fire one of these up and you can look at it. And if this is something that you think that you could make your life a little bit more comfortable when you're deployed, to boil water for a cup of coffee or bouillon or tea or something like that, get a hold of us and we'll send one to you. There's nothing for sale here and nothing to be bought. So anyway, this is our gift to you, just to say thanks. Should you contact us and should we send one to you, this of course is the stove. It's about inch high, and what we'll send with it is the stove. And then these are just two squeeze bottles to carry your fuel in. Each of them will hold 4 ounces. And it works real well because you can see how much is in it, etc., etc. To give you an idea of the size of this stove here, here's a normal can of soda. So, it's about an inch high and a little less. This stove is actually made from a can that's a little bit smaller than a normal pop can or beer can. In addition to that, when you get one, chances are your buddies are going to be a little bit jealous and want one also. So what we're going to do is we're going to send you detailed instructions on how to build a stove that's very similar to this out of a soda can like this. And just with very few things to cut an aluminum can and such, you'll be able to put one of these together. And the instructions that will come with, we encourage you to share with your buddies. So how you do this is that this stove will fit inside your canteen standoff. So your canteen cup, the stand that your canteen cup goes on, this will fit inside and provide a focused flame to the bottom of your canteen cup. And how you fill it, this is an empty one, so I'm going to set this to the side. The stove itself, you hold on one. This particular stove has a little wing nut. And that's where the fill hole is, and around here are the orifices that burn once it's fired up. And around here on the outside on this stove, there's going to be a priming wick that will wet, and the concept of that is that'll burn, it'll heat the alcohol, it'll come out through the orifices and then burn like a normal, like I said earlier, it'll look like a propane stove. I've got this on a cutting board so I don't make a mistake and burn my house down. My wife would get very upset with that. The stove will hold right at an ounce of fuel. An ounce of fuel should bring your canteen cup to a boil. Now I don't have a canteen cup here with me, so I'll use a smaller hiking kettle. So I'm going to put a little alcohol on the wick, just a little bit, just enough to get it started. What's burning now is the primer. Okay, now what I have here is a wire mesh standoff. As you can see now, the stove is lit. Now I'll put a pot on here, and we'll hook up some water so we can make some coffee. There you can see the flames coming out. I've got it kind of shielded for now. I hope I got enough light in here. Right now it's just come to a rolling boil, and after just a few minutes. So I've got some cowboy coffee I'm going to make here. We'll have coffee in a couple minutes. That was on 1 ounce of, still a little warm, but on 1 ounce of fuel. So it'll work good wherever you're at. Well, it looks like the coffee's ready. If this is something like what I said earlier, it was something that you might enjoy, you know, it's our honor to salute those of you that are standing in harm's way, and maybe make life just a little bit easier. So, with that, I'm going to say, how about a cup of coffee? Well, I hope you enjoyed the video and the cup of coffee. So again, this program is called, or this effort is called Stoves for Soldiers. Our email address is stovesforsoldiers, one word, @hotmail.com. And you can also find the channel on YouTube with YouTube/user/Stoves for Soldiers. Or you can do a search, but you'll find it. And again, let us know if this is something that can make your life a little more comfortable. It's our way of saying thanks, and hope you enjoy the rest of the videos. So from Alaska, this is Alaska Larry, and I think it's time to go for a hike. See you later.